Hi, I'm John, and today I'm going to talk about a couple of things. One thing that I'm going to do seriously now, because I have the time to do it, is that I'm going to go back to what I had proposed doing before on my channel, which is going through all the different distributions one by one, basically, and distributions that could be hundreds. I think there's up to 200 distributions. Some of them I'll be able to do, some of them I won't. Depends on some of the hardware capabilities, whether I can do that or not. And on Distrowatch, I'm going to go through a lot of these distributions. Pretty much everything that you would see here at the first 100, and could even go beyond that. Uh, this isn't really a ranking as to popularity or to ease of use or anything like that. I'm taking the approach that if I was a new person coming into Linux, what distributions would make the most sense for me? I'm not talking about a lot of people that are really technically adept and that type of thing. I'm talking to people who are thinking about making a switch, getting away from Windows or Mac, and looking at going at Linux. So I'm going to go through these, kind of take that 30,000 foot view and just have one video per distribution. I'll talk about it a little bit. I'll show you what I found out. And in fact, I already kind of started it last night. And what I'm using is like a little mini PC with 16 gigabytes and 512 gigabyte SSD. And so I'm just going to go through them, because what you find out, there's a lot of different things. And for different people, different distributions work better for them. And there's going to be some that are very popular that make all the sense in the world for a new distribution, a new person coming into a distribution. And so I'm going to learn a lot of things. And the things that I learn, I'll share with you. I don't know everything, that's for sure. And will I get into some technical aspects? I suppose so. But my main thing is just to talk about it. Is it the kind of thing that a newbie would want? Somebody who doesn't know really anything about it? And maybe it can help steer somebody in a positive direction. I want to keep this channel positive, and so I'm doing that. Another thing happened over this weekend. So I'll be starting that next video. I think I'll be doing Lubuntu, just because I saw some things when I tried it a couple of weeks ago that I thought were really good. And I think I'll start there, something Ubuntu based. But there'll be all sorts of other things that I'll try, and it should be good. And I'm kind of excited to learn a lot of new things. And just come with me and learn with me about these different distributions. You might find that you discover something new, hopefully, that you didn't know before. There's always more that we can learn, and I'm certainly not an expert technically to a point that I could give you all sorts of little details, things like that. That's not what I'm interested in. Would the average user use this? Is it something that would make sense for somebody, and why might it make sense for somebody in a certain situation? I also want to talk today about the thing I saw over the weekend. Did you see this thing, this art installation with these tech people? I guess, Pablo Picasso's not a tech person, and then neither is Andy Warhol. And I think there's the guy that did the thing. I think he's one of the dogs too, or two of them. And these are really creepy, but I thought it was great. I thought it was really funny. And there's one of them taking a poop, and the poop is some kind of art piece related to their company or something. I don't know what it is. You always think about these guys that have a lot of control over what technology is doing, that type of thing. And you kind of look at them, and I think in some ways they've always talked about, kind of some of them becoming more or less one with a machine, and I think some of them are trying to cheat death. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe they're not trying to cheat death, but I think it brings up a kind of an interesting thing. I think it's funny as heck. I mean, look at him. Yeah, it came from the New York Post. But boy, the guy who makes these heads, man, are those accurate, and do those ever look great? But to see these guys creeping around like this, it's creepy. It's makes you think a little bit. See, there's poop. And it's funny. It kind of belittles them a little bit. And what the statement is he's trying to make, I really don't know. I'm not much of an art guy. But I think it's funny, and I think a lot of people thought it was funny. Look at Jeff Bezos there. Should have put his wife on there, too. That would have been funny. Anyway, yeah, Mark Zuckerberg. There he is. You know, I wonder what these guys think about this when they see this. They probably laughed. It's probably hilarious. It's just really weird. But it did also remind me of that movie years ago. Well, let me get this off. Hold on. Distrowatch off. And get the tech dogs off there. Okay. Remember this? This was Invasion of the Body Snatchers all those years ago. Remember that? Oh, yeah. The dog comes up, and there's the guy, because he had the pod had married the two together, because the pod's not that good. So he became a dog with a guy's face. I remember when that came out and seeing that for the first time, and it was just so gross. There's something about putting things together like that, or putting somebody's head on a dog, that's really bad. So, yeah, it reminded me of that. I think that's a creep factor that we seem to have ingrained somewhere in us. Kind of like a don't do this. Don't ever think about doing something like this. Not that we can, but you know how people are. If they think they could do it, they'd try it. So anyway, that's it. I thought that was funny. And look for my reviews on individual Linux distributions. That's going to be a thing, and I'm excited about that. And I'm going to start going through, like I said, I think Ubuntu is next. I did try Anduin OS, and at least for the mini PC that I have, it didn't seem to work very well at all. And I don't fault them, but you'll see that they're number 11 on the Distrowatch list. And I think they're into privacy and things like that, but I was having some problems, so I'm going to have to try it on another machine. So that's the one I was going to start off with, but I'm going to line that out. And if I can't get a distribution to work properly, I'm just going to put it to the side, and I'll have this list of different distributions that I just couldn't get to work. And I'm not going to be dealing with servers. I'm going to be dealing with the desktop only. So if something is strictly like server software or something like that, I'm not going to do that. I'm talking about people that are just going to use this as an everyday computer system, like most of us. And that's really it. So anyway, that's it for today. Let me know what you think, any kind of comments. So it's going to be a lot of time doing this. It's going to take a long time, but boy, I think I'm going to learn a lot about different distributions. I already have, even though I've done distro hopping before, I really took a look at some of these and went, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And I think I'm in a position to kind of give this, just basic overview. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.